I'm particular about my proboscises. Well, hello there. Welcome to another freestyle art vlog. Very, very freestyle. After finishing the dog portrait recently, I was a bit wiped creatively. So I took some time to do a bunch of little things. And now you're gonna see some of that. Of course, I had my solemn playtime where I tried drawing from references. Doing graphic design for a thumbnail. And trying a couple variations of this nifty magic spell effect fire smoke type tutorial thing I found. All right, so I found this tutorial on TikTok from a concept artist about how they do magical fire spell smoky effects. So I thought I would try it out, try a few things, and this is actually my second experiment because I forgot to record myself doing the first. So here is a magic green effect. Try to do like a twisting fireball kind of a thing, and that's somewhat successful. But the great thing is, use clipping mask color maps to change your coloring. So I turn off the green, becomes a black and white, and now it is a red fireball. Wow. And then I also figured if you put a mask on your main layer, then you can, you know, kind of put it on top of other things. Still have some kinks to work out, of course, but that is the basic of it. But this is my first magic kind of effect, kind of going for like a spooky will-o'-the-wisp kind of effect, but then I also figured out you can do portraits with it. Why is it so hard to capture on camera? It's haunted. Anyway, I thought that was pretty cool, so I think I'm gonna add that into my repertoire of stuff. It's cool. It's a cool effect. It's a cool effect. I got the exciting call to pick up the finished portrait print. What in the world am I doing going out to the mall on a Wednesday night just half an hour before it closes? Well, let me tell you, I just got a call from my printer about those puppy portraits. They is ready to pick up. He lives all the way on the polar opposite side of the city that I do. So we are meeting halfway at the mall to make our regular trade. I'm sure we look sketchy, except I'm handing him a check and he's handing me a giant 24 by 24 picture. So I don't know how sketchy that looks, but it's what we do. And here it is, the final 24 by 24 print. This thing is probably the largest thing I've done to date. It's on this plastic backing, so it's somewhat rigid, so it's gonna be really easy to handle for framing. Just looks at some of this detail that got printed. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, it came out wonderfully. I love it. Them eyes. Them feetsies. Yeah, so this is the results that happen after, 40 hours of working on the file, staring at the computer screen, just smudging the colors around until they come out looking like this. Worth it. And so typically at this point I would pack it up and ship it off to the client, to wherever they lived. This client is actually very local, so I'm just gonna have a spousal unit drive over there to hand it to them. So these puppies are going to their home, and that is what the end of the process looks like, is just me on the floor with my work, happy and content on a good job. But now I need to move on to the next thing. I even broke out my rudimentary sewing skills to fix some stuff. So let me show you some of the other things that I have been making on my week off, or time off, I guess, since it's been, let me show you some stuff. So first off, I've got this little hand sanitizer holder thing that's just held together with the button. It clips onto my purse. It works pretty well. My other one fell apart, so I just need something a little more Halloween-y. Then I modified this good old Voltron shirt. I cut myself a little V-neck in there, some vents on the sides and on the sleeves, just for two reasons. One, North Carolina in the summer is really hot. Two, to make room for my really shapely curves. Similar idea going on with this Decepticon shirt. Might do a little extra with these cutouts. This fun shirt added a cool V back to it with the lace-up detail. This shirt has a similar graphic on the back. Deep V ribbon in the front. Oh my goodness, this grommet tape is just makes it so much easier to do this kind of stuff. And then of course my favorite out of the bunch, which I was not expecting to be my favorite of the bunch, my Family Force 5 Crank It Like a Chainsaw band tee with the moderate lace-up detail and that whole like rip down the middle kind of effect going on. My fave out of the bunch. In fact, I have a whole bunch more of this grommet tape. I'm probably gonna do a lot more of this to a lot more of my shirts. And in case there's any question that I am a cheap kind of a person. So here I have sewn in extra long pockets with this like cheap fabric I got on sale somewhere. Added reinforcements to the back pockets where the holes like to show up. And then also, you know how you get a thigh gap when the jeans bust where your thighs rub together? I sew in patches for all of that. So I just keep wearing them over and over again. I will get all the life I can out of my clothes for as long as I can. Reduce, reuse, recycle. And then a creative opportunity arose for me to declare my love of noses. One thing you may not realize about me is that I, as an artist and a person who has done a bit of portrait art in particular, I have a thing for noses. Like many of my crushes early in life was very dependent upon the prominence of the proboscis. I have a hidden Pinterest board dedicated to the male nose. Look at all these men. Look at these men. Look at them. All of these noses. Maybe I should expand that to women or have a separate women's nose board. Or would that be just a little weird? I don't have a whole lot of men on this board because I'm very picky. I'm particular about my proboscises. Now, why am I saying all of this about noses? Well, I saw in my Twitter feed this cosplayer with whom I am in an Essex Discord server with, and she does an amazing cosplay. But she was lamenting that there is a lack of representation over particular shapes of nostrils and noses, and it did pain me. It pained me muchly. I've actually been meaning to draw her for a while just because just because her nose is like really pretty awesome. I don't know if you're watching this, Lindsay. It might be weird or it might not be. I don't know. I like noses, okay? The nose is the centerpiece to a well-balanced face. It is right there. It's in the middle. It commands attention. It very subtly sets the tone for the rest of the face. The mouth can tell you what's up. The eyes can give you the insight, but the nose is the refining feature by which everything else is filtered. Can I put it that way? So anyway, let me show you a couple of people I drew recently just for fun who I thought had pretty good noses. First, of course, but not chronologically in the order in which I painted them, is Lindsay, also known as Hold Me Close Dunamancer, also known as Bird Verbatim, with the most excellent facial structures. Just look at this. Look at this nose, these curves. This is just delicious facial features, if I may say so myself. Am I crazy? Yes! But am I wrong? Am I wrong? Truly magnificent this person is. Totally not the same aesthetic going on, but that vampire girl from Hotel Transylvania. That nose. I want to draw this too. I'm not going to do that now. I've got other things I need to do, but I'm gonna come back to this face. And then we have Bro Beast, who I'm pretty sure is named Rowan. But this nose, totally different shape. It's very, very straight up and down, like very pillar-like. It's not your standard shapes. They're very fun. These are fun shapes. I don't get to draw noses like this very often. Which, to be clear, I don't think that there are bad noses. I think there are just overdone noses. I guess, for example, this nose. I use this a lot for reference. This is I call this like a starter nose. It's straight here and like your extremely standard nostrils shapes. For understanding how a nose works in perspective, this works great, but it's not overly artistic. And of course, a little behind the scenes on how I made those pieces. So one day of drawing kind of just whatever I feel like, I decided to make a portrait of this Caleb Widowgas TikToker that I like. This is what I would call a speed paint at this stage of my artistic journey. I only spent like 2 hours on it or something. And this is me trying to find a new style, I guess you could say, where I've treated the line art a certain way. I love this person's nose. This is a cool nose. Admittedly, I did change the eye color from brown to blue. Also, I can't be bothered with curls, so it's fun exercise. Also, I did do that thing where I tried separating things based on type and coloring from there. And then also I used more of a little bit of a watercolor type brush. Turn all that off. So you can see from the skin, this is really just one opacity brush. I haven't done like a whole lot of stuff to it, so. You know, maybe watercolor-ish will end up being my type. I don't know. We'll see. Drawing this particular cosplay shot? Is it because it looks like a weird take on an 80s pinup photography? Or why do I feel so weird painting this? I mean, it's great, but wait, I know what it is. It's that accidental come hither look when you're trying to look smug, but you've got a lot of makeup on. That's it. That's why I'm feeling this way. wrap up, I had a nice, quiet, relaxing downtime this week, which is good because I just confirmed all of the details for the next major portrait commission, and I have to start that. Hopefully this time I can make the process a bit more interesting to watch, and hopefully the people I'm making the portrait of will not find these videos. But if they do, Merry Christmas, Grandma and Grandpa. Thanks for watching. I hope you stick around and click that subscribe icon. I'll see you again in the next video, and I'll show you how I start a portrait. And as always, I hope you have a super duper day. It's finally raining. I'm so excited. It's supposed to have rained every day this week, and it has finally rained on the weekend. I apologize for any thunder that may come across in this recording.